Mike Nim was on the bus. Mike Nim was sitting up at O'Hare, sitting down at LAX, sitting in JFK, and what's the other way? They don't make a difference. Sitting off from JFK with the people. They wasn't private jetting it nowhere. I don't know if you remember Big Illinois. The Bulls used to catch the bus up to Milwaukee. They used to catch a bus to Milwaukee. It's 90 miles. It's an hour and a half. But still, it's not like these dudes are not killing it on the luxury side of the game. So I ain't trying to hear this, oh man, I'm going to be tired, I'm going to be wore out. Guess what, dog? You are making a boatload of money to play a game. Go to hell home. Go get a treatment. Go to hell home. I'm just trying to understand this. And I'm through it. And if y'all want to retort, just say it. And if not, we'll go to football. I'm trying to figure out how Dennis Worm Rodman would, in a basketball game where he played 36 to 40 minutes, got every rebound in the house, go work out after the game, go do whatever debauchery he got himself involved in, wake up the next day and do the same thing. But these guys can't play back-to-back basketball games. Help me understand.
Hey, the Worm was something different, man. The Worm was something different. The amount of energy he had was crazy.
But, okay.
I mean, LeBron was back in the...
LaGuardia, thank you.
After the fight.
Right. So, I mean, I ain't trying to hit no wear and tear on nothing. I don't agree with, they playing too much basketball, that's why they getting hurt. I don't want to get into why they getting hurt. Well, my opinion, yeah, I will. I think it's a nutritional thing. You eating McDonald's, you eating this nonsense, and back in the days, Mike and them used to eat steak and stuff like that, and even further back in the days, these dudes were eating more vegetables and things of that nature. I believe your diet has a big contributor to the breakdown of your body, period. I'm not a doctor, I don't play one on TV, but I just know when we were a society that ate more fruit, ate more vegetables, and set our ass down and went to sleep sometime, or just didn't put McDonald's. I remember before McDonald's became a part of fast food became a part of the meal in every household at some point of every week when fast food was a treat because your mama was tired or your daddy was tired, people stayed healthier. And maybe these dudes need to LeBron James work the hell out, get your rest, cut down on the weed and drinking, and you will stop breaking down. Look at Chris Paul. That man his middle name might as well have been Hamstring. He became a vegan. He looked like Chris Paul 10 years ago. That ain't coincidental to me. Thoughts, or we can move on?
And that's not coincidental. Take care of your body. Your body take care of you. Yeah.
So I ain't trying to hear that. 72 games, hell, man. I mean, see, I understand, and y'all know me. I'm about the bread. I'm all about the bread. I'm all about the bread. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing but the bread with me. But once you get the bread, you got the LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, this shit. Now, I know those are three of the greatest of all time, but hell, I didn't see Joe Dumas missing a lot of games. I didn't see goddamn Bill Laimbeer missing a lot of games either. So, this load management, stop going to China then. Stop going to China. I understand it's $25, $30 million. Okay, if you want to take the chance to go overseas and make that extra $25, $30 million, then God damn it, play 82. I'm not, hey man, I'm not trying to be a stick in the mud. I'm not trying to be, oh man, HRap, you taking the side of the man. If you think that, Kayete Bendejo, God. But I ain't trying to hear it, man. I'm not doing none of that, man. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to hear it mess me with that bullshit. Period. The National Football League trade deadline was today. There was a few trades made. I'm gonna rattle a few of them off. Let me know what y'all think. Of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought they were in trouble when my man, young boy Bush, got hurt. Middle linebacker extraordinaire, young boy, killing. He blows out his knee, but the Pittsburgh Steelers made it up by acquiring from the just in the seasons Avery Williams. I keep wanting to call that boy William Avery Williamson, middle linebacker, Pro Bowler. Talk to me. Speak on it.
Excellent. Hey, that might be the luckiest person in the world. He went from 0-7 to 7-0.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great thing for them. They definitely needed it. Like you said, blow out his knee. They linebacker blow out his knee. He's gonna come in, great pickup. And Pittsburgh might actually truly be on to something this season.
And not only is that a good pickup for this year, just think about when you come back next year, how the linebacking core gonna look like.
Man, that linebacking core of Pittsburgh gonna be insane. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers, always doing what's right. Big ups to Mike Tomlin. This seals the deal on never having to lose a season in your first 13. Hey. The gun. That's the. You know what that is? That you hear that? Pow, pow. That's the gun you jump. Carlos Dunlap is traded to the Seattle Seabags. Talk to me.
They needed that defense.
Yeah, but they traded. They need defensive parts and they need offensive linemen too.
Well, you know, ain't nobody trading the offensive line. Period.
I mean, at the time, I mean, what they need for the defense, do what you got to do. You already know the offense is doing their thing in Seattle. The defense is what, quote unquote, holding them back, not being able to truly stop anybody. Dunlap is supposed to be a part of changing that.
I definitely like to pick up. I think he's going to add some pass rush. At some point, Adams is going to get healthy. If they can get some decent defense around Dangerous, I see you in Tampa, homie. In true NFL fashion, the Houston Texans trade Will Fuller to the Aaron Rodgers. They still can't stop nobody. They couldn't stop a nosebleed with a big towel, but is this going to put them over the top? Will Fuller stripping my main man, Deshaun, should have been a goddamn Bear Watson of all of his big-time weapons. Talk to me.
That didn't go through.
Oh, they didn't go through?
They didn't finish that. No, they didn't finish that. They couldn't come up with enough pieces to get to Houston. So, that fell through.
Oh, okay. I wrote it down. Do y'all think this whole trade, thoughts on the Haskins deal? Talk to me about Haskins getting traded by the Washington racial slurs. What's going on in Washington? And is that a good move? Or is it just another brother getting a thumb up his butt?
Who did he get traded to?
No, the talk of trading him.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead. If you want me to go ahead, I'll go ahead.
Go ahead.
Riverboat Riders don't like that dude. So if you can get something for him, I'll trade him. I mean, for his development, I would hope to see him get traded to at least somewhere where he can sit behind an established veteran and learn. Because I mean, he's not any worse than Minshew or all these other cats that steady being thrown out there. Well, any of those Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks other than that.
For those who don't know, Cobb County just went Joe.
Okay.
Cobb County, Georgia just went Joe. Biden.
Oh.
Looks like Georgia's gonna be purple. Red and blue makes purple. Did you say anything about Haskins, Joseph?
No, I agree with Big Illinois 100%. Management just did not keep Haskins. That's what the talk came up at. But then they couldn't find the assets to get rid of him. So it's like they stuck with him again for another year. I guess all he can hope for is the Willie Beeman status. A couple people get hurt in front of you, and they gotta put you on the field.
I just think, this is a multi-layered issue. I've never seen Haskins play a professional football game. I've never seen Haskins play a professional football game, so I really can't intelligently speak on this. But I'm just gonna go to history. History tells me that the black quarterback rarely gets a fair opportunity. People will say in response to that, but Ron Rivera is a Mexican head coach. You can't go racial. Ron Rivera's boss is not a Mexican, though. But actually, his boss is a brother. But the dude who owned the team ain't Mexican. But the thing that I don't like about this, personally, I subscribe to the Bill Parcells. Every quarterback needs a minimum of 36 starts before he can be considered a professional prospect. My man had 13. He is literally swimming out of the month. What's the boy in Chicago name? What's that scrub you be caping for Big Illinois? Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, he right out of that. Now Haskins had a much better college career, but the reason I'm bringing this up is this. I think Haskins needs to go to a place in the National Football League so he can sit down and watch. Once he watches for a while, you can develop him. A place like Pittsburgh, a place like because he'll end up starting in that place. A place like Pittsburgh, a place like maybe even though he's younger than him, a place like the Cardinals. A place like, they already got somebody, but up in Detroit, where you don't have a snowball's chance in fish grease to start unless this dude gets hurt. He needs to go someplace and watch. To me, this is we're going to talk about this later on in the show. This is a perfect example of coaches. Y'all always hear me say this. Coaches trying to put a round peg into a square hole. I'm just trying to understand, how is Justin Herbert out in Los Angeles kicking ass and taking names, and he wasn't half the college quarterback that this young man was? The reason it is because Anthony Lynn understands what that young man can and cannot do. Everybody wants to run their playbook, Matt Dumbass Nagy, but you're not figuring out what these kids can do. And more times than not, bros get the short end of the stick. That's what I think going on in Washington. Y'all I think Drew Brees is finished, and we'll get to that in a second, Big Chris. I think his ass is washed up. Drew Brees is turning the shower off. That's how washed up I think he is. Y'all got any retorts on what I just said, or y'all want to move on?
We move on. We all feel the same way about Haskins.
Oh, okay. First game of the week was the Falcons, as Deion Sanders said, versus the Carolina Panthers. Talk to me.
That was a terrible game. I don't know. It was prime time. It just didn't look right. It was a lot of course injuries. Maybe blue, but not well. Falcons finally got a top, or finally got a lead and kept the lead. Hey, hooray for Falcons.
And then the Falcons played 4 quarters of football. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that is pretty much it, man. They played 4 quarters of football. Matt Ryan looked like a goddamn quarterback finally. They got a lead. See, that's the thing. People are not realizing that the Atlanta Falcons they are very small defensively. They got the same defensive makeup as the Indianapolis Colts had for years. And when you have that makeup, if you mess around and get behind, people will just